So students, last class we have discussed comparators, and in module 2 we have designed combinational circuits like adders, decoders, encoders, subtractors. Then last class we have discussed comparators, right? So next in module 2 the next combinational circuit we have is multiplexer. Okay. So now we know what is a decoder, what are encoders, and what are the applications of encoders and decoders in digital electronics, right? So next we have multiplexer. So I'll write the general or multiplexer. What is multiplexer is, multiplexer selects one output out of n inputs. So for your multiplexer you will have n input lines, and out of n input lines any one will be selected. So for a multiplexer, how many output lines will have? Only one. For a multiplexer, we will have only one output line. So out of n input lines, any one will be selected so that the logical value of that input will be transferred to the output. For example, if you select the input line 0, if you have connected logic 0 to this particular line, you get the output as 0. If you connect logic 1 to the input line 0, you get the output as 1 if 0 line is selected. If this multiplexer selects the input line 1, so if you have connected the input line to ground, the output will be 0. Or if you have connected this to VCC, the output will be 1, like that. So what is a multiplexer? Multiplexer selects 1 out of n input lines so that the logical value of that input will be transferred to the output. Okay, this is what the definition of multiplexer. And we have n input lines. Who will tell the multiplexer to select any one? Based on what? Out of n input line, any one will be selected, that is based on the select inputs. So for a multiplexer, along with the input lines, we also have what? Select inputs. Select inputs. So using this, you are going to select one out of n input lines. Okay. So how many select inputs are required? So if we have 4:1 mux, let's say for example, we have 4:1, we have 2:1 mux, we have 4:1 mux, we have 16:1 mux. Okay. Let me take 4:1 mux. 4:1, 4 inputs is to 1. 4:1 mux. 16:1 mux, 32:1 mux, 64:1 mux. So this tells us the number of inputs. And how many output lines will have? Only one, right? So multiplexer selects 1 out of n input lines. So only one output line will have. So for example, if I have 4 inputs, let me take D0, D1, D2, D3. I have 4 inputs. So what is the output I get? Either output will be equal to D0 or D1 or D2 or D3. Based on what? Based on the select inputs. So how many select inputs are required to select 1 out of 4 inputs? 2 are enough. Let me take the select inputs are AB. If AB is 0, 0, D0 is selected. If AB is 0, 1, D1 is selected. If AB is 1, 0, D2 is selected. If AB is 1, 1, D3 is selected. So for a 4:1 mux, 2 select inputs are enough. So using these 2 select inputs, I can make the multiplexer, 4:1 multiplexer, to select 1 out of 4 inputs. Correct? Same way, for example, if I have 8:1 mux, that means I will have the inputs D0 to D7, 8 inputs I have. How many output? 1 output. So this is output. Now how many select inputs are required? 3 select inputs are required. If select inputs are 0, 0, 0, D0 is selected. 0, 0, 1, D1 is selected. 0, 1, 0, D2 is selected. 0, 1, 1, D3. 1, 0, 0, D4. 1, 0, 1, D5. 1, 1, 0, D6. 1, 1, 1, D7. So depending on the number of inputs, you can decide the number of select inputs. So generally, the number of inputs and the number of select inputs for a multiplexer will be like this. That means n are the input lines, number of inputs, m is nothing but the number of select inputs. Okay. 4 is to 1 mux. N is what? Number of inputs. 4 is to 1 mux. N is equal to 4. 4 is equal to 2 power what? 2. So how many select inputs for 4 is to 1 mux? 2 select input. 8 is to 1 mux. What is N? 8. 8 is equal to what? 2 power 3. So for 8 is to 1 mux, how many select inputs? 3 select inputs. 16 is to 1 mux. 16 is equal to what? 2 power 4. So for 16 is to 1 mux, minimum we need 4 select inputs. So this is what is multiplexer. So let me define multiplexer again. Multiplexer selects 1 out of n input lines. Okay. So that the logical value of the input is transferred to the output. Okay. Then depending on the selection will be based on the select inputs. Okay. Select inputs, n is equal to 2 power m, n input lines, m select lines will be there. Okay. So now with this basics of multiplexer, let us discuss the first IC, multiplexer IC, like we have discussed decoder IC 74LS139, 138, encoder IC 147, like that. We have multiplexer IC. So let us first discuss the first type of multiplexer IC, that is dual. The IC number is 74LS153. 74LS153. Okay, it's a dual 4:1 mux. Dual. You know what is the meaning of dual? In a single IC, we will be having two 4:1 mux. Okay, so 74LS153. It's a dual 4:1 mux. Now let me write the IEEE logic symbol of 74LS153. You know what is a multiplexer? Multiplexer, n input lines, 1 output line. So 74LS153 is a dual 4:1 mux. So dual 4:1 mux means what? For each multiplexer, 4 inputs, 1 output. How many select inputs? 2 select inputs, because 4 is equal to 2 power 2. So 2 select inputs will be there. Right? So now let's look at the IEEE logic symbol of 74LS153. It's a dual 4:1 mux. So this is 74LS153. So dual. So this will be first multiplexer. This will be another second multiplexer. So 4:1. It's a 4:1 mux, right? So 4 inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 inputs. Let me call this as D0, D1, D2, D3. For this also 4 inputs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me take this as D0 dash. Okay. D0 dash, D1 dash, D2 dash, D3 dash. And 4:1, 1 output line. So let me call this as Y. And for 74LS153, since we have dual 4:1 mux, we just don't have one output. We will have output lines for each multiplexer separately. So if this is the output line for the first mux, we will have another output line. Let me call this as Z, and this will be for the second mux. See, looking at the logic symbol, you don't tell that for this mux we have 2 outputs. No. Multiplexer will have only one output line. Here also we have only one. This output will be for the first mux. This output line will be used for the second mux. So since we have dual 4:1 mux, we have 2 output lines. One for first multiplexer, another for second multiplexer. Okay. And along with this, just like how we have enable inputs for decoders, encoders, for multiplexer also we have one enable input, that is active low. So this is enable input. Separate enable inputs for both the multiplexers. So one more enable input we have, that is active low for the second mux. So this is enable input. Active low enable input. Okay. So this is active low enable input. Okay, this is very important. Fine. So now, only these are the inputs? No, we have select inputs. They are very important, right? And select inputs, we have enable input separate for each mux. Input lines separate. Outputs separate. But enable inputs are common for both the multiplexer. In 74LS153, enable inputs are common for both first and second mux. So enable inputs, let me call the enable inputs as A, B. Okay. these select inputs are common for both the multiplexer and select inputs. Okay, and if you want to make use of the first IC, first 741 multiplexer, give enable input as 0 here. Make this enable input as 1. If you want to use both, give both the enable inputs as 0. You know why we have to give 0? Because this is active low. So in order to active this input, I must give 0. Correct? So only if you are giving 0, only then the corresponding inputs based on the select inputs, the logical value of that input will be transferred to the output. Otherwise, no. So if you are giving the enable input as 1, this IC will not work as a multiplexer. So this is going to be the enable input for this mux, this is going to be the enable input for this mux, and enable input must be connected to 0 as this is an active low. Only when you are giving low signal, this input line will be active. Okay, and the select inputs will be common for both 4:1 multiplexer, and we have separate output lines for both the mux. Now let us write the truth table. Okay, hope you are able to see. The video is clear. Okay, so now we have the truth table for 74LS153. Okay, so here I have not written the pin numbers, that is not required. If you want to know the pin numbers of 74LS153, in Google you just give the pin configuration of 74LS153, you will get the pin configuration of this complete data sheet you are going to get for this particular IC. Here we are not required to remember the pin numbers. We are interested in knowing the function of 74LS153 multiplexer. So now let us write the truth table of 74LS153. So what are the inputs we have? First input, let us consider the enable input, which is very important. Okay, then output is what? Y. How the outputs are selected? Depending on the select inputs A, B. So let me take, it is BA. It is actually BA in your when the manufacturer the IC, so you have to take this as BA. Okay, that is why it has been manufactured. So let us take the inputs as BA. And what is output? Output will be Y or Z, depending on which enable input you have, which multiplexer you are using. So here you can write Y or Z. Okay. So now what happens if I give enable input as 1? Enable input, if I am giving it as 1, whatever may be the select inputs, you give 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. What happens? See, here assume I am writing the truth table for the first mux. I am writing the truth table for the first mux. I am using only the first enable input and the first output and the first multiplexer 4 inputs. Okay. If in case if I connect the enable input to logic 1, what happens? Whatever you give the select inputs 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, no output, you don't get any output. So what is Y? Y is no output you are going to get. So Y is what? 0. Y is what? 0. You will not get any output. No output, input line will be selected. No input line will be selected. Now if you are making enable input as 0, that means you are making the IC active. The first multiplexer you are making use of it. Now you give 0, 0 as select inputs. So if you give 0, 0 as select inputs, first input line will be selected. So what is Y? Y will be equal to D naught. What is D naught? If you are giving D naught as 0, you get it as 0. If you are giving D naught as 1, you get it as 1. Okay? So if your enable input is 0, first multiplexer, if your select input is 0, 0, Y will be equal to D naught. What is D naught? D naught is 0 or 1? It depends. If you are giving D naught as 1, you get it as 1. If you are giving D naught as 0, you get it as 0. That is what the definition of multiplexer says. Multiplexer selects 1 out of n input lines depending on the using the select inputs, so that the logical value of that input will be transferred to the output. So if you are connecting the D naught as 0, you get it as 0. If you connect D naught as 1, output will be equal to 1. So in your truth table, you can write it as D naught. You cannot write 0 or 1. It depends on what inputs we are going to connect. So here you have to write it as D naught. Similarly, keeping enable input as 0, if you give 0, 1, D1 will be selected. Keeping enable input as 0, if you give 1, 0, D2 will be selected. If you are giving 1, 1, D3 will be selected. Okay. So this is the truth table for the first 4:1 mux. Same way for the second 4:1 mux, Same select inputs, enable input 0 you have to give, and output will be what? D0 dash, D1 dash, D2 dash, D3 dash. Okay. So this is how the 74LS153 IC is going to work. Yeah, it is clear. Okay. So depending on the select inputs, using two select inputs, you will be having two 4:1 mux. Whichever 4:1 mux you want, you can make use of it. Or both you want to use, you can use by giving enable input 00 for both the multiplexer. Okay. So if you are using both, if you are giving 00 as input, if you are giving 00 as select inputs, Y will be equal to what? D0. Z will be equal to what? D0 bar. If you are using both, if you have connected enable input both to logic 0, that means you are using both 4:1 mux. So select inputs, if you are giving 00, Y will be equal to D0, Z will be equal to D0 bar. You give 01, Y will be equal to, here 0, here 1. Y will be equal to D1, Z will be equal to D1 bar. 1, 0. Y will be equal to D2, Z will be equal to D2 bar. 1, 1. Y will be equal to D3, Z will be equal to D3 bar. That's how it is. Okay. So multiplexer selects 1 out of n input lines. How many select inputs? M. N is equal to 2 bar M. 4:1 mux, 2 select inputs. 8:1 mux, 3 select inputs. 16:1 mux, 4 select inputs. 32:1 mux, 2 power 5 is 32. So 5 select inputs. Okay. So now let us discuss one more. Okay. Okay. So now let us discuss one more multiplexer IC. That is, we have discussed an IC for 4:1 mux. Now we shall see 8:1 mux, that is 74LS151. 153 is 4:1, dual 4:1. 151 is 8:1 mux. Okay. So very simple. 8:1 mux. So 8 inputs. This is 74LS151. So 8 inputs, 0. Okay, 8 inputs we have. One enable input, which is active low. Okay, so to select one out of 8 inputs, how many select inputs we want? 8 is equal to 2 power 3. So 3 select inputs we want. So A, B, C are the select inputs. So 3 select inputs we have. Okay, so how many output lines? One output. That is Y. So 74LS151 is a 8:1 mux, 8:1 mux, which selects 1 out of 8 input lines using 3 select inputs. Fine. And for this IC, Y is the output line. Along with that, we will have one more output line, that is, let me call it as W, which is active low. See, both the outputs are same. It is actually one output line which selects 1 out of 8 input lines. But along with that, we will have one more output line. I can take it as W. It is just the look at this. This is active high and this is active low. It is just the complement of Y, that's all. If you are getting it as 0, you will get it as 1. For some applications, if you want to make use of this W output variable, you can use it. For that purpose, we have 2 output lines. It doesn't mean that we have 2 output lines for a multiplexer. Multiplexer will always have 1. It selects 1 out of n input lines. But this is active high and this is active low, that's all. This is going to be the complement of this. This W will be equal to just Y bar. Complement of Y. If you are getting here as 0, you get it as 1. Here, if you have 1 here, you get it as 0. That is the only difference. So, we will have one more output line facility for a 74LS151, which is active low. So, W will be equal to Y bar. Okay. So, this is the IEEE logic symbol of 74LS151. Now, writing truth table is very simple. So, what is the first input we have? Enable input as usual. Enable input, and how many select lines we have? A, B, C. 3 select inputs we have, and output Y. Let me also write W. Output Y and W. Can you see W? Yeah. Output Y and W. Okay. Now, what is our first case? If enable input is 1, whatever you give, no output, y is 0. If y is 0, what is w? W will be 1 because w is just the complement of y, that's all. And if I have to select 1 out of 8 input lines, I have to give the enable input as 0. So now your output is depending on the input. Select inputs 0, 0, 0. What will be selected? Let me denote this as D0. Okay. So if it is 0, 0, 0, what is your output? Y will be equal to D0. What is W? D0 bar. If D0 is 0, this will be 1. If D0 is 1, this will be 0. That's all. So enable input 0. If select input is 0, 0, 1, D1 is the output. This is D1 bar. 0, 1, 0, D2 is the output. D2 bar. 0, 1, 1, D3 is the output. D3 bar. 1, 0, 0, D4 is the output. D4 bar. 1, 0, 1, D5 is the output. D5 bar. 1, 1, 0, D6 is the output. Here it is D6 bar. And keeping enable input as 0, if you give 1, 1, 1, it selects the last output line, that is D7. So this is the logic symbol working and the truth table of 74LS151. Okay. So this is 8:1 mux. We also have 16:1 mux. That is 74LS150. So that I will write it afterwards. But these two are very important. 75LS153 dual 4:1 mux. 74LS151 8:1 mux. Okay. Okay. So now with the 74LS153 and 74LS151, whatever we have learnt. Now let us take down a question. The question is, using 4:1 mux, form a system with 4-bit mux. 4-bit mux, 4-bit data transmission or 4-bit destination. That means using mux, how many output we will have? 1, right? Mux will have 1 output. So it selects 1 out of n input. That means at the output we get 1 bit. We get 1 bit, that is either D0, if it is a 4:1 mux, if it is using 4:1 mux they are told. So now let us take 4:1 mux. So what is the output we get? 1. It can be either D0, D1, D2, D3, 1 bit. But what is our question? Form a system 4-bit mux. That means I need to get 4 outputs, 4 bit, 4 outputs I should get, 4-bit destination. For that they have told using 4:1 mux, so we design a system with 4-bit mux. Now let us see when we have understood the logic of a multiplexer and we have the IC 4:1 mux, you can use 4:1 mux to configure a higher or a harder mux, or any depending on our requirement we can just modify the mux IC whatever we have according to our requirement. Now what is our requirement? I should use 4:1 mux to design a 4-bit mux. Output I should get 4-bit. Very simple. So 4:1 mux, what is the IC we have? 74LS153. So I know that in a 74LS153 I have dual 4:1 mux. So there only I get 2 bits. If I make use of both the multiplexer, let us write the first pin configuration of 74LS153. So since I need one more, I will write it small. Okay, question is clear. So now I will write the IEEE logic symbol of 74LS153. Okay, 74LS153. So how many mux we have in this? 2. 2 4:1 mux. So this is one, this is another one. So how many inputs? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many enable input? 1. So this is enable input. Okay. So again here 1, 2, 3, 4. How many enable input? Enable input 1. This is enable input. Right? Let me denote this as A0, SA0, SA1, SA2, SA3. Okay? Or let me take this as, okay, I will take this as SB0, SC0, SB0. I'll call this as SA1. This is first mux, second mux, SB1, SC1, SB1. Okay. So now from this I get two outputs, right? Let me call this as what we'll call this as W. We'll call this as X. This is the output of first mux. This is the output of second mux. Am I correct? This is the output of first mux. This is the output of second mux. So how many outputs I have? 2. 2 bit. 2 bit already I am getting if I make use of both the multiplexer. But I want 4. So what I do? I make use of one more 74LS153. And along with this, for this we have two select inputs, right? That also we have to write. So two select inputs. Let me write it here. Okay. So this is A. Okay. So this is A. And this is B. AB. For this also we have A and for this B, right? And enable input as usual. This is enable input. Okay. So here also we have two 4:1 mux. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Similarly for this also one more enable input and 4 inputs 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us name this as SA2, SB2, SC2, SD2. Here it is SA3, SB3, SC3, SD3. So these are the inputs we have. So this is also 74LS153. So here also I will get one more output line. Let me call it as Y and this I will call it as Z. Okay. So how many output lines we have? 4 bit. So 4 bit destination. 4 bit destination. Okay. So for this multiplexer, I will be getting 4 outputs. Now, what are the modifications that I have to do at the input side? So now I want 4 bits output to get simultaneously. So what I do, I connect all the enable inputs and I connect it to logic 0. So when I give logic 0, all the IC will be active. All the 4:1 mux will be active. 0, 0, 0, 0. That is what I want. I want 4 bit mux. I want all the 4 outputs simultaneously. So I will make use of all the multiplexer. So I will connect all enable inputs and I will connect that to logic 0 as the enable inputs and logic active low inputs. Then what I have to do with select inputs? If I give select input as 0, 0, if I give select input as 0, 0, I want 4 outputs. So if I give select input as 0, 0, what will be selected? SA0 will be selected. Here SA1 will be selected. Same time I want SA2 selected, SA3. I want all the 4 outputs. So what is the option I have? I have to connect A to A. Okay. And I have A to A, right? So I'll take it here. A and this is B. So I'll connect A to A. Okay. And B to B. So these are the select inputs. So I have two select inputs A, B. Now if I give 0, 0, what happens? 0, 0, here also 0, 0. So when I give 0, 0, W will be equal to SA0, X will be equal to SA1 and Y will be equal to SA2, Z will be equal to SA3. If you give 0, 1, SB0, SB1, SB2, SB3. 1, 0, SC0, SC1, SC2, SC3. 1, 1, SD0, SD1, SD2, SD3. So by making use of 4:1 mux or 274LS153, I can do some modifications so that I will be getting 4-bit output. So like this, you can make use of number of lower order multiplexers and you can design any higher order multiplexer. That example I have, I will write the circuit next. But this is an example wherein we get 4-bit output by making use of 4:1 multiplexer. But we are using only 2 IC as because in a single IC we have 2 4:1 mux. Okay. Okay. So next topic is configure 16:1 mux using 4:1 mux. Configure 16:1 mux using 4:1 mux. 16:1 mux. How many input lines? 16 input lines. 16:1 mux has to be configured using 4:1 mux. For a 4:1 mux, how many inputs? 4 inputs. So if I have to configure a 16:1 mux, how many 4:1 mux I have to use? 4, 4, 4, 4. So one 4:1 mux, another one, another one. So 4 4:1 mux I want. So that I will have 16 inputs. 4, 8, 12, 16. So the question is to configure 16:1 mux using 4:1 mux. You have to decide how many 4:1 multiplexer you will have to use. Since for a 16:1 mux, 16 inputs are there, and for a 4:1 mux, 4 inputs will be there. In order to get 16 inputs, I will have to use 4 4:1 mux. Here I have not written anything else. I have just kept 4 4:1 mux ready. That's all. Okay. So 4:1 mux, 4 inputs, 2 select inputs. I have called it as S1 S0. Another 4:1 mux, 4 inputs, 2 select inputs, and 1 enable input. This is also enable input. Okay, active low. Third one, 4 inputs, 2 select inputs, 1 enable input, active low. 4 inputs, 2 select inputs, S1 S0, and 1 active low enable input. That's all. That's all I have done. Okay. So now. So I have 4 4:1 mux. Why I have selected 4 4:1 mux? Because my intention is to configure a 16:1 mux wherein I want 16 inputs. So in order to get 16 inputs, I have kept 4 4:1 mux ready. Now I have 16 inputs: D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7, D8, D9, D10, D11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16 inputs I have. Okay. So now in order to get the output, what is the output I have to get? When I give, and for 16:1 mux, how many select inputs I want? Minimum 4 select inputs I want. Here I have 2, S0, S1 I have 2. 2 more select inputs I want. With using 2 I cannot select all the 16 outputs. Using 2 I can select only 4 input lines. But if I have to rig up 16:1 mux, I want minimum 4 select inputs. Here I have 2. So what I will do, I short S0 with the other S0. Okay, S0 and S0 I have shorted, and I will call this as S0. Similarly, S1 I will short. Okay, and I will call this as S0, S1, S0, S1. Okay. So if I give S0, S1, 0, 0, first multiplexer D0 will be selected. Here D4, here D8, here D12. Are you able to understand? If I give 0, 0, if you give select input as 0, 0, first input will be selected. So you get the output as 0, D0. Similarly, the same 0, 0 is given here. So D4 will be selected. Okay. Similarly, here D8. Similarly, here D12. So when you give the select input as 0, 0, first input line will be selected. Here, what is the first input line? D0. Here it is D4. Here it is D8. Here it is D12. Similarly, if you are giving 0, 1 as input, 0, 1 if you give D1, D5, D9, D13, 1, 0, D2, D6, D10, D14, 1, 1, D3, D7, D11, D15. So first case let me consider, if I am giving 0, 0, I get these outputs D0, D4, D8, D12. Out of this, one has to be selected because for a multiplexer, one output. 16 inputs I have. So if I use 2 select inputs, I get all the 4 outputs. But again, in all the 4, I have to select any one. So look at the connection here. Again, these 4 are given to one more 4:1 multiplexer. What happens if I give this to a one more 4:1 multiplexer? With 2 more select inputs, that is S2, S3. S2, S3. So what is the output? The final output we will have, that is Y. Okay, the final output is Y. Now look at the configuration. 16 inputs, 2 plus 2. 4 select inputs, 1 output. For a 16:1 mux, 16 input lines, 1 output, 4 select inputs. Okay, and enable input, all these are shorted. And this is called as enable input, and it will be given logic 0. Okay. So now what happens? Okay, and for this also we will have one more enable input, that also will be always connected to 0 as we want all the 4:1 multiplexer to be active. So now what happens? look at this. I have to explain the working. I have written the truth table here. Now 16 inputs. Four select inputs I have. S0, S1, S2, S3. Y is the output. Can you see the truth table? Whatever I have written. Yes. So S0, S1, S2, S3 are the select inputs. So if I have 0, 0, 0, 0 as input, one output I should get. D0, D1, D2, D3 or any one out of 16. 0, 0, 0, 1, another one. 0, 0, 1, 0, third output. 0, 0, 1, 1, fourth. Like that, 1, 1, 1, 1, the 16th output I have to get. Now with this connection, just look at this. If I get 0, 0, 0, 0, what happens? 0, 0, 0, 0. So what is S0, S1? 0, 0. What is S2, S3? 0, 0. If you give S1, S0, 0, 0, what happens? This S1, S0 are shorted. So if you give 0, 0, D0 you get here, D4 you get here, D8 you get here, D12 you get here. Again, all these are now inputs to the last 4:1 marks. What do you have here? 0, 0. So if the select inputs are 0, 0, 4:1 marks will select the first input line, that is D0. So what is Y? Y will be equal to D0. So 0, 0, 0, 0, Y is equal to D0. 0, 0, 0, 1. S0, S1 still 0, 0. S0, S1 still 0, 0. So what is your output? Still it is D0, D4, D8, D12, D12. What is S2, S3? Previous case it was 0, 0. So output you are getting it as D0. Now it is 0, 1. So now it is 0, 1. What happens if it is 0, 1? Second input line will be selected. This is enable input. This is just the enable input. Don't get confused. I will write the enable input here. This is enable input. Okay. This will be connected to ground. Okay. So now 0, 1. Second. So what is our output now? D4. So for the second case, output is D4. Now 0, 0, 1, 0. S1, S0 still 0, 0. Output is D0, D4, D8, D12. What is S2, S3? 1, 0. So S2, S3 is 1, 0. So what is your output? Third input line will be selected. So what is third? D8. So what is your output? D8. 0, 0, 1, 1, D12. Now look at the next condition. 0, 1, 0, 0. S0, S1 is what? 0, 1. S0, S1 is what? 0, 1. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So maybe, yeah. Correct, right? S0, S1 is 0, 1. Okay. So this is, I take this as S0 and this as S1. Okay. 0, 1. What happens when you give 0, 1? D1 will be selected. So this is D1. Here it is D5. Here it is D9. Here it is D13. So here you have D1, D5, D9, D13. Now what is S2, S3? 0, 0. 0, 0. What is the output you get? D1. So here it is D1. Next it is D5. Next D9. Next D13. For the next condition, S0, S1 is 1, 0. So here you get D2, D6, D10, D14. So D2, D6, D10, D14. Last case it is D3, D7, D10, D11. Okay. So depending on 4 select inputs, 1 input is selected out of 16 input lines. Correct? So look at this. S0, S1 will be 0, 0 for these 4 conditions. 0, 0. But S2, S3 are varying. 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Here 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Right? So this condition is used to regard 16:1 marks using 4:1 marks. So if you have S0, S1 as 0, 0 for these 4 conditions, you get D0, D4, D8, D12. Out of this 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. 1 will be selected depending on S2 and S3. Similarly, when you give S0, S1, 0, 1, the second input line will be connected. All the multiplexer second input line will be connected. Again, out of these four, one will be selected based on S2, S3, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is how a 16:1 mux is configured using 5 4:1 mux. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 4:1 mux. All the enable inputs are connected to ground, and these four select inputs are shorted, and that is going to be the common select input for all the 4:1 mux. These two are separate. Okay, so you can just write the circuit and try to understand the working of a 16:1 multiplexer. It is very simple, very simple. You just have to understand the logic of writing the truth table, how the multiplexers are used to configure 16:1 multiplexer. If you have understood the selection, how the multiplexer is going to work, the working is going to be very simple. Okay.